Good morning. You probably heard Nvidia stocks fell this morning. Actually, they fell yesterday around 1 o'clock after their earnings report. They beat expectations, yet the stock fell. Three reasons why I think it fell. Let's just take a look at what happened last night. Extended hours, they made their announcement and immediately dropped. It dropped over 6%. They reported $30 billion in revenue. It was up 122% from the same period last year. So you would think that's great. That's a lot of money. Maybe the stock should be going up. But the chip maker didn't impress anybody because, one, the earnings percentage revenue wasn't as high as it's been in the past. In the past, they've been beating the expectations by 300%. So this time they only beat by 122%. So the market wasn't impressed, even though they really shattered the numbers. There's also the Blackwell chip that investors are concerned about. They're not getting a lot of info on that. They did make an announcement yesterday that the chip is running fine, despite what others have been hearing, that this chip will be on the market soon and it will bring billions of dollars. But investors wanted to know how many billions, and they didn't really say. So that was another thing that they weren't happy with. Taking a look here, the expectation was 28.8 billion revenue, and they beat it by 30. They beat it not by 30 billion, but they beat it by over $1 billion. So they are making a ton of money. Most companies are reporting in the millions. Semiconductor companies are reporting billions of dollars of gains. So they rose 168% from the same period last year. They're expecting a third quarter of 32.5 billion, but the market was expecting even more, even though they're saying that they were expecting 31.9 billion. They announced their guidance is 32.5 billion, but even though they're saying 31.9 billion and they're beating it, they're like, but they expected to beat it by even more. So the stock did fall 6% yesterday after the market closed in the extended hours. Got 54% gains on their business center, which again beat it by over $1 billion of its expectation. Other companies, they may announce that they beat their expectation from 10 billion expectation to 20, 25 billion, $30 billion or $1 million, but we're still talking about millions versus billions. So the chip that they have coming out, they're not sure how much it's going to make. The percentage of growth hasn't been as high, and they're worried about losing market shares to other semiconductors like Advanced Micro Devices, which is really the second company to Nvidia, and they're expected to get billions of dollars in the next few years. So if you look at 2027, these semiconductors are projecting even bigger earnings for the next few years. So for me, I'm going to continue to buy on the dips for the semiconductors and stay with it. But even if Advanced Micro Devices took $2-3 billion of revenue from Nvidia, we're talking about a very small percentage of how much Nvidia really makes. So I think playing the semiconductors is the best way to go. If you look at what's going on, the Philadelphia Semiconductor is up 157. The iShares Semiconductor Index, which follows the SOX Philadelphia Index, which follows the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, is up 178. The Direction Semiconductor SOXS is a bullish play. If you think the semiconductors are going to tank, you buy this one. Semiconductors are going up, so therefore it's going down. The Direction Semiconductor is at 38.35. It's on an up. That's the one I'm always talking about. And you have Fidelity and Ridex mutual funds. These are semiconductor plays. The thing is, it's up right now, but you won't see it up until 4 o'clock today if the stock market closes. So I only see closing prices on mutual funds. That's why I like to trade ETFs. But these are two funds I do own. I've owned them for years. I've got a lot of money in it. I just let it do its thing and ride it up. So even though Nvidia is down, you can see Nvidia is down 2.78, and the directions Nvidia is going to double the losses. So it's going to be either twice as good or twice as bad. So what's happening with the rest of the market? Look at all the other semiconductors. On the news of Nvidia, on the news that they're going to get shares from Nvidia, all these stocks are going up. And that's why I played the SOXL. The SOXL is an investment in all of them. Eventually, these are all going to go up. Even Nvidia, I think Nvidia, this is just a good buying opportunity. And I would look to buy on the dips. I did take profits this morning because I bought last night. I just sold it at 38. And I'm looking to buy in October. So I just made a quick hit yesterday just to take some money, not knowing that, but anticipating that the market would bounce back this morning. And I'm really sitting on the sidelines waiting for October.